Hello, everyone, and welcome to this match of the Metroid multi-category tournament, the final match of Week 5 of the Swiss rounds. In this tournament, we have tonight for you Galamoz versus TGDerp. These folks will be running GT Classic. We're going to get started in just a moment here. And with that, a little bit of rundown of some background on our runners. We have on the left Galamoz with a personal best in GT Classic of 38.27, and on the right we have Derp with a personal best of 35.08. So, a little bit about our category tonight. We are running GT Classic. So, what does GT Classic involve? Well, it involves, very simply put, our runners making their way to Golden Chorizo as fast as possible, and then from there they're going to be putting in the GT code. Now, you might wonder, how in the world do you get to Golden Chorizo as fast as possible? Well, it involves two very difficult tricks. First trick involved in the getting to Golden Chorizo is, of course, the well-known lava dive. They are going to maybe pick up high jump boots, maybe not pick up high jump boots. We'll talk about safeties in just a moment. And then from there, they're going to go make their way to that Norfair lava room. They're going to jump into that lava. They're going to have the Varia suit, maybe up to 3 E-tanks, and from there they're going to be jumping off of some Namahes and some wall jumps to make it up to the top. And the fun doesn't stop from there, because right after that they're going to be heading down the lower Norfair elevator, possibly taking a safety save on the way, and making their way around to the back door, which has a green gate there that they're going to have to fire some super missiles at the precise pixel in order to glitch it open through the back way to get to Golden Chorizo from the back door. Because of course they can't go around front, they don't have space jump, which is what's required to activate the statue from the first in the normal way. So we're going to see how these runners do. Both of them making off Cirrus Station, pretty standard here. We're going to be making their way over to Morph Ball. They're going to be making their way down the climb. They're going to be making their way over to that first missiles. They're going to be picking that up, and then they're going to be making their way up the climb. Of course, Morph Ball being down the climb as well. Then once they make their way up the climb, they're going to be heading over to missiles. They're going to be heading over to Bomb Chorizo. Bomb Chorizo, they're going to fight Bomb Chorizo. Both runners, I already know, are going to fight Bomb Chorizo optimally. It's just going to happen. We're going to see that. And then from there, they're going to be heading over to early supers. And we're going to be seeing our first mock ball of the run. Here it is. Both runners appear to be using Moonfall. What do we think about that?
It speeds the process up of falling down that room.
It absolutely does. Saves quite a bit of time. Saves about 5 seconds in that room if you use that Moonfall file. Alright, and there is the Morph Ball for both of our runners. So we're going to be seeing them run neck and neck. This is absolutely going to be a very close race. Going to be picking up the first missiles. We're going to be seeing a mock ball out of this room. Just watch for it here in a moment. Neither runner looks like they got the turnaround animation, but there's that mock ball from both Galamoz and TGDerp right out of this room. A difficult short hop mock ball. Doesn't really do anything, but save a little bit of time. Just makes you go right straight out faster out of that room. So, question in chat about whether the GT code works if you come in through the front door. The answer to that is no. You have to come in through the back door. Not that I'm aware of. Okay, I'm corrected. It works. Stand corrected. If you come in, but the. All right, BBB, you go ahead and try it. The big thing there is you need space jump to get in through the front door, which means you have to have, by vanilla way, you have to have taken down Dragon. And usually in order to do that, you're going to also have require the gravity suit and some other items, several other items. All right, so there is bombs for both of our runners. Again, they're pretty neck and neck. Galamoz setting up for the quick jump back and getting it. TGDerp doing a little bit of a rolling in. So one thing that the runners are going to be looking for is when they come out of this room, they're going to want to have full energy. That way, Bomb Chorizo drops them full missile drops. And it looks like both runners nailed it. So that was a spectacular fight by Bomb Chorizo. Or by both runners against Bomb Chorizo. Yeah, GT does, yeah, he does have to be alive. So he kind of has a drop on your head. All right. So there is the Terminator E-Tank for both players. What is going to happen here, they're going to try to save as much energy as possible. You see TGDerp kind of ducking to avoid the waiver there. And you see they're now missiling the pirates, and that's because they want to head up the red tower. We're going to be heading up the red tower, and there's going to be a number of damage boosts that both runners are going to take. And in order to save a bit of energy, they're going to not take the damage from those pirates like you normally would. Now, what that means is that they're kind of low on missiles, so they're going to farm here these two Sealas, and they're going to fill up on their missiles to have enough to open up the door to get over to the early supers with that wonderful mock ball that both runners have executed. And we see Derp and Galamoz picking up those early supers. So there's a couple of questions here that we have, right? What safeties are these runners going to pick up? Right? What are the safeties possible that they could pick up? Well, they could pick up charged missiles, which we see Gala picking up. They could pick up charged beam, which it seems like Derp is skipping. They could also pick up as safeties the Kraid E-Tank, as well as the high jump E-Tank. So that's, we're talking about an extra set of missiles, so 10 missiles, charged beam, and up to 3 E-Tanks. And these are the kind of safeties that the runners can pick up. And one additional safety that we kind of don't think of as a safety in this particular category is the high jump boots. Now, for a race style run, I would imagine that most runners are going to be picking up that high jump boots. So I would think that both of these runners are going to be picking up high jump boots here. TGDerp making it up the red tower there. That red tower climb with power beam only is very, very tricky. Galamoz also making it up. Really nicely done by both of these runners. Chorizo must be alive in order to execute the GT code. Alright. Both of our runners making their way out of the Alpha Power Bomb area and back into Red Tower. Then we go down to Kraid. Neither of these runners are going to be seeing Kraid stand up. I'm pretty sure they did not pay for that DLC. Am I right?
Yeah.
I'm absolutely right on that. Nobody wants to pay for that DLC. That's like that other mysterious thing, Spore Spawn? I've never heard of that. So there's a really nice optimization there that both Galamoz and TGDerp have done here. They have laid a power bomb in order to open up the Meridia tube. And that's because later on, when they come back to this area, they're going to have Gravity Suit, they're going to have Various Suit, they're going to have Grapple Beam, Ice Beam, Plasma Beam, etc., all of that. And they're going to want to go right into Ridley to kill Dragon. I mean, Meridia. Yeah, you know. I've got Space Pelican on the brain. Alright. And here they come in. They're going to come into Kraid. Let's see how both runners handle this Kraid. Let's see what they set up with. They do have to do the missile quick kill because neither runner has taken charge beam. TGDerp does not look like he has very good ammo for this. Gala has pretty precise ammo. Nicely done by Gala. Alright, and Derp is going to have to suffer from Kraid standing up because of his ammo situation. This fight can get away from him, but it looks like he's ready for it, and Kraid is down. Yeah, really very nice by him. Alright. Gala coming out after picking up the Various Suit. So now we're going to be seeing whether these runners go pick up that Kraid E-Tank for that extra safety. What do you think? Which of our two runners are going to pick that safety up?
I think Galamoz might.
Mm-hmm.
But really, I don't actually know.
It doesn't matter if you actually know. We're going to see in just a moment. Alright, and it looks like Galamoz is skipping the E-Tank, so he does not want that safety. It means he's going to be doing a 2-tank lava dive. Alright, he's definitely going to be picking up the high jump boots for sure. Derp, will he go over for this E-Tank? No.
I saw TGDerp was practicing the 2-tank lava dive before the race, so...
Yeah, alright, so maybe that's something that forced Gala to go in for that 2-tank lava dive. It is trickier. If you fall down, you do not get an extra chance. So the question is, which of these runners will save before going into that lava dive? It does take a bit of time, maybe 10-12 seconds to go up for that save in Bubble Mountain. You've got to go across the room, across the doors, in and out of the door. You're going to have to wait for your power bomb. You're going to have to wait for the save. That's time loss. Alright, both runners picking up the high jump boots as expected. So they're going to be doing this 2-tank lava dive. Alright. Alright, Galamoz making his way through Cathedral. TGDerp coming in. And we're going to be seeing Galamoz making his way through the insane fire bat room. That's what those things are, insane fire bats. Galamoz, no save, just going straight down. If he does take a death, we are talking about a 10-minute plus time loss here.
Yeah.
That's pretty severe.
It is.
Alright, Derp is going for the save. Less confident with that 2-tank lava dive. We are going to be seeing both Gala and Derp. Wow, that RNG for Galamoz, not very good. Finally gets all the supers that he wants. See that? What's that?
Let's see if Derp's luck is better.
Yeah, let's see if that's... Yeah, excellent point. Oh, Galamoz getting caught in the lava there. See, the one thing there about the ammo that we talk about, those safeties, right? Galamoz had better ammo for Kraid, was able to hit that Kraid quick kill, and that is attributed to him picking up that second missile pack, right? Having just enough missiles coming into Kraid. A really nice lava ball there by Galamoz, getting all the way across that room with very little energy. 2 tanks, it's really important that you hit that lava ball, and Galamoz is up and over and out. No, yeah. Derp also getting the lava ball. Yeah, gonna carry. Go ahead.
Here we see Galamoz saving, just to make sure he doesn't have to do that lava dive over again.
Well, if he has to do that lava dive over again, he is gonna be starting from the ship, and that will be sad.
Wow.
So
Derp
yeah.
Skips the save.
Ooh, that is quite the move from Derp. If he runs out of super missiles, that means he's gonna have to do the lava dive over again. So that is
a risk.
Yeah, that is an absolute risk by Derp. Let's see, both of these runners get this first try. Galamoz gets it first try. Oh, Derp. Come on. Derp gets it first try. Third try, first try. We just call it first try. Good job, Derp. Good job, Gala. And can they nail the code? This can be tricky. Gala gets it. Alright, remembers to pause to turn off Spazer Beam. Does not want to soft lock his game, and Derp has it. Man, alright, ladies and gentlemen, and anyone else listening, we have an absolute race here. Gala set up in the corner, got Golden Chorizo right there, ready to just crush him. Golden Chorizo cannot damage Gala when you're just hiding right just beyond that first column in the background. Derp a little bit too far over to the right, getting kind of swiped by Golden Chorizo's hand there. No problems though. We are out and picking up that screw attack. If we pick it up beforehand, the item would be taken away, per se, by the Golden Chorizo code. By that GT code. We would lose that item. So we want to pick it up afterwards. Alright. Gala setting up for a fast pillar here. Nails it. Spectacular trick every time you see it. Derp looks like he's setting up for it as well.
And he nails it too.
I apologize, Kip. There is no intended trolling. Alright. TGDerp falling a little bit down here in the amphitheater. These space jumps can absolutely be a bit tricky. Especially when you're trying to hug that wall in kind of the optimal path to get across there. Galamoz laying that power bomb. He's going to be coming past these key hunters and going down into the wasteland. Alright. This is just some really clean and crisp movement by both of our runners. Nice Kago. Ooh, Gala not quite getting the double Kago there on the platforms. He went for it though. Let's see how he handles these metal pirates. He's got the setup. Nice. Oh man, that was so crisp and clean there by Gala on the metal pirates. Let's see how Derp sets it up. Looks like he's going for the same setup. Yes! Spectacular by both runners there. And they're going to be coming into Ridley. Alright, those were very different powerhouses that they took. Really nicely done by both of them. Alright, Gallo pounding away at the Space Pelican. Nobody likes this guy. Derp starting his intro on the Ridley. Question in chat about a list of all room names. Yes, the Super Metroid speedrunning wiki has a list of room names as well as a list of enemy names that if you are so inclined, you can go and look up and learn all of these crazy room names. There's lots of them. All right. That is Ridley down for both of our runners. And they're going to be making their way straight out of Lower Norfair, and they're going to be making a beeline over to Meridia. See, we remember earlier they broke that Meridia tube, and that's going to get them the ability to kind of run through and jump up straight up into Meridia. Nice clip there by Galamoz. Does he get the speedball? Not quite. Man. Alright. TGDerp making his way up through the wasteland. He's set up for that speedball. Yeah! Oh, baby. That is awesome. That's a beautiful trick. And one other really cool thing that you can see in GT Classic, because you have Spring Ball, in the escape, and this is much, much later on, we could see blue bombers. How much do you love that trick?
It's one of my favorites.
Absolutely. One of my favorites as well. Right. Gala making his way through the Three Musketeers. TGDerp a hot minute behind in Hodorubi. Coming into Three Musketeers. So, something that we haven't spoken about thus far. The way to kill the remaining bosses.
So...
What is it?
Since we have X-ray scope...
Yes?
Even though it doesn't show up,
That's
we will
correct.
be microwaving,
Yes.
quoted, the remaining bosses, which is where you charge a plasma shot, and you time the X-ray scope, so you shoot it, and then you X-ray scope, and that stops the shot, and it deals a lot more damage than it normally does.
So, pretty close. I like it. It was a good shot. So, a little more technically, the plasma beam is allowed to pierce through enemies. And for the three remaining bosses that we're going to be seeing, that is Botwoon, Dragon, and Fantoon, the plasma beam flag for piercing these bosses is not turned off, like it is for Ridley and Mother Brain, where it is expected that you would have the plasma beam. So the plasma beam can pierce through these bosses, and basically what they're going to do is they're going to activate the X-ray scope, and what that does is it allows for the iframes of the boss to run out, and when you quick activate turn on off the X-ray scope, the iframes of the boss runs out, and they get pierced by the plasma beam, continually damaged by it. And so we are going to be using that to one-round both Botwoon, Dragon, and Fantoon. Fantoon's setup is a little bit more tricky because what we have to do is we have to open his eyes, so we have to shoot him with at least one missile to get him to fly around the room and then set it up. So he's going to be flying around the room, and it's pretty tight to get the shot in on him and set up while he's flying around and pierce all the way through him. But once you do, it only takes two activations to kill him. Maybe three, because it does about 1,000 points of damage each hit. Galamoz setting up for a full halfie. Nails it. Oh no, only gets the halfie out of it. Gonna recover with space jump here though. You know what I say?
Derp is also setting up for that full halfie.
Such a shame. That's a fantastic trick to see. Yeah, iframes. Still in use today. Alright, so one of the things that we're going to be seeing here that is a little bit of a visual cue for our runners when they set up this microwave beam in just a moment is they're going to crouch down. And so while they hit the X-ray scope, Samus is going to stand up just like that on Galamoz's screen as soon as Dragon is dead. And that is a correction because of the grapple kill that you can do on on Dragon. So the game automatically does that. And a little visual cue, you know, Dragon dead. Alright, Galamoz tried to go for that spike suit to get a reverse halfie. Didn't quite get it. So we're going to be seeing the Womble jumps back through the Coliseum here. TGDerp just a hot minute behind, coming out of the pressure room back into the Coliseum. And so from here, the biggest challenge of this category is to
get from here to Phantoon.
Well, how about remember to kill Phantoon? So for those runners who are really used to any percent, they might go through and up and out and just go right over to Torium, thinking, I've already killed Phantoon, I have Gravity Suit. But not in this category, not so. You do have to go over to the wrecked ship and kill Phantoon. So hopefully none of our runners forget that they do need to kill Phantoon still. Alright. Seffy Punkfish floating around there. Galamoz coming out into the top of Red Tower here. Once again, TGDerp real close behind. Yeah, you don't want the Phantoon skip strats. Those are no good. Phantoon skip strats, bad tonight. We do have to kill all 4 of the bosses, otherwise it's not going to let us into Torian.
Well, you have to kill all the bosses anyway.
Exactly.
Except like Spore Spawn.
Yeah. Yeah. Except Spore Spawn. What? No, that's DLC. Nobody bought that. Nobody bought that pack. You had to buy it. Basically, within a 3-month period in 1994, and since nobody bought it, nobody knows what that is.
Ah, I see.
Yep. Yeah, it was very much so not a hot seller. One of Nintendo's mistakes. That DLC. All right, here comes Galamoz coming into Phantoon. Not opting for the speedball. That's all right.
Maybe we'll see TGDerp get a speedball.
Yeah, he did do the one in the Wasteland, but just goes for the speedball. So the speedball strat can be a little bit slower, especially if you miss it, because you have to back up in the room or stutter tap. Wow, that was spectacular by Gal. Like, you can't ask for, if you blinked, you missed that Phantoon fight. You cannot ask for better than a fast. And then nailing that charged plasma beam shot right away.
Derp getting slow.
Yeah, Derp getting a slow. That is unfortunate for Derp. Alright, but he's got the setup here. And nicely
Phantoon
down.
is dead.
Yeah, Phantoon down for both runners. Fast Phantoon, yeah, so that's something that unfortunately has given Galamoz a bit of an extra buffer here because of the fast versus the slow. And that'll make a difference in this category. For sure. Alright. Now, at this point in time, our runners are going to be going
to Torian to kill Mother Brain.
Straight up to Torian to kill the Mother Brain. So from here, a couple of major tricks in any Super Metroid speedrun that we're going to be looking for. The first is, of course, the baby skip. Then from there, we have the Zebetite skip. Now, there are 2 ways that you can typically see the Zebetite skip for a GT Classic run. You can see it in the more any percent style, where they skip through, they clip through the first Zebetite. Or something kind of newer for GT Classic is they'll blow up the first Zebetite and then clip through the second one. I'm not sure which of these skips our runners here are familiar with, but we'll see. Then following that, they have the perfect amount of energy for the stand-up glitch, and I think where both runners are going to be doing that. That is a really nice optimization. from there, basically what happens with the stand-up is you're going to want to have 700 energy, exactly. Our runners do have 3 reserve tanks to make that happen. They turn off the Variasuit. You can do it with Variasuit on, but you need to have 300 energy at that point in time. Then Mother Brain's Rainbow Beam will damage you down to exactly 100 energy. And with that, you actually gain control of Samus again, which is not intended. But if you are off the floor, when the baby comes in and attaches itself to Mother Brain, you will retain control of Samus. And then you'll be able to start damaging Mother Brain 3 after the baby's kind of turned her grayish. Alright, so here's the first Metroid room for Gala. Having a little bit of trouble on those last 2, but cleaning them up pretty nicely. Let's see what strat he uses here for the second Metroid room. Nice grouping strat right by the door. Very optimal. Coming into the third room. Wow. Really nicely done. Just blazing right through that third room. Alright, Derp. Ooh. Alright. Wow. Yeah, nice grouping strat for Gala on the fourth room. Okay, TGDerp using missiles here. Interesting. Might want to save some supers. He's kind of very low. He does have exactly 7, and that is not ideal. All right, now has 10. That's much better. Gonna have to bomb this Metroid off of him. 10 is much better. It is pretty much the exact amount you want to open up the Ghidorah, open up the 2 pink doors. That'll give him 7 for Mother Brain 1. Also has 100 missiles in case something bad goes wrong. And there's a baby skip for Galamoz. You were going to say that. Oh, I cut you off. Yeah, the drops for Derp were not very good. Not at all. Alright. So there are a couple things that could go wrong with this stand-up glitch. Alright, looks like Gala is going to clip through the second Zebutite here. Nicely done by him. Alright, and it's 15 and 7 here for the Mother Brain 1. Nice baby skip by Derp. Alright. Derp opening up that Ghidorah. And it's going to be 20 shots here on Mother Brain 2. One thing we don't want to see is too much damage taken. Our runners do not want to be hit by the catch-up beam. And they don't want to be hit by too many onion rings or tater tots. French fries, they're pretty easy to avoid. Alright. And that is Mother Brain 1 down for Derp. Oof. Galamoz barely escaping that catch-up beam. Doesn't want to take too much damage here. He's going to want to set up stand-up. Here it is. Alright. Emptying out those reserves. Turning off the Variasuit has the perfect amount of energy. TGDerp pounding away here at Mother Brain 2. And this has been a spectacular race. Real close, right on the edge of your seat. I hope you have kept your eyes open the entire time. Don't blink, because you will miss something. Rainbow beam for Derp. Meanwhile, Gala is pounding away at Mother Brain 3. Okay, he wants to be off the floor here when the Metroid detaches. The game is going to check and lock Samus to the floor if he is not in the air. That would be It would be bad. Other thing that could happen here is he could be over too far to the left. Ah, he's taking a real safe there. Jumping all the way back to the right. And, yeah, as you don't want the baby to get kind of locked in on Mother Brain's knee. Then all of the onion rings go right over the baby's head, and you are soft-locked. A reset at this point for Gala, who has taken 0 safety saves. Actually, no, Gala took 1 save at the top of the Norfair elevator. Yeah.
But he didn't save before Mother Brain.
Yeah, no saves before Mother Brain. Yeah, that was, wow! What was that, 2 or 3 Hyper Beam shots? That was near optimal, man. Near optimal. Fantastic. That was absolutely fantastic by Galamoz. These runners, both of these runners have been on fire. Derp pounding away. Let's see how many shots he's going to have for a Hyper Beam. And coming up is the potential for that blue bomber.
Yeah.
Spectacular trick.
Oh, Gala going for the normal Shine Spark.
No problem. And I blinked and missed it. And I didn't see how many Derp, how many Hyper Beam shots Derp had. But it had to be a really low number.
Yeah. Another Moonfall.
Yeah, okay. Chat confirming that Derp got a 1 Hyper Beam shot kill. So that means he got 39 fully charged shots off on Mother Brain. That is spectacular. Alright. Gala up into the parlor. Alright.
Derp also going for the Shine Spark.
No blue bombers. Are the runners gonna save the animals?
Nope.
Nope. And that is it for Gala. He is on the ship with an official SRL time of 36:06. Wow. This is an unbelievable race. And if that is an indicator, that is probably maybe could be a personal best for Gala. We'll find out. And as we see Derp coming in on the ship really, really close here. Right, and Derp is done as well with a 36:48. Unbelievable race. Wow. That is just absolutely spectacular. And we are joined here by Gala. Man, that race was unbelievably close. How did you feel coming into this week, and what were you thinking with your vetoes and everything? Just give me a rundown of some of your thoughts.
I was for sure not going to do RBO, but it was either down to GT Classic or 80% all bosses, and I was prepared for either one of them, really. But coming into this race, I was pretty nervous, honestly. Like, I don't know, I just felt like Derp was very confident, and I'm like, I don't know if I could win this. But
is that indeed a personal best for you? The tournament spreadsheet lists you at a 38.
Right. This is a PB for me by almost 2 seconds. So this is a PB race.
That is unbelievable. Well, congratulations on both the win and the personal best. That is fantastic, man. Always great to see a runner get personal best. Oh, he almost had Derp there. We'll see if Derp hops back in.
But yeah, I knew this was going to be a very tight race, and I was very nervous at the beginning.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, but I mean, your movement, like the both of you, your movement was just very crisp, and it looked like you were you were ready for this race, and you had prepped, and you knew all the room movements, and we're just flying through everything. So
Oh yeah, do want to shout out Insane Fireback. I recently joined his GT Classic server, and I've been doing lots of GT Classic races. So big shout out to Insane Fireback, real hero here.
awesome, yeah, great. So let me see here. Next week we have as our 3 categories low percent ice, any percent, and triple bingo. Is there any category that you are looking forward to?
I am dying to try some triple bingo.
All right.
Like, yeah, it's like the most unfavored category because it's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to race it so badly. And I think it's really cool.
I think personally, besides GT Classic, that's the best category that we have in this tournament. Not saying the other categories are bad, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah,
it is very different, and I think it's a little underappreciated, but I think it's a really cool category.
Yeah, I think for some of the runners up at the top, at the top of the standings, they're not going to play it because it kind of ruins consistency for them. But I think some of the other runners they just want to run it and have some fun. So here's hoping that your opponent next week also wants to have some fun.
Yeah, I sure hope so. Because I've been dying to do triple bingo. If not, then I'll commentate triple bingo if that's what it takes.
Oh yeah, I personally would love to next week, but we'll see. Don't know. Your race is actually the final race of the week, so that is going to close out our week 5. So we're going to be opening up into week 6 pretty soon. But yeah, that was it was a spectacular race by both you and TG. Before we send it off, do you have any thoughts?
GG to Derp. It was a really good race, and I was incredibly nervous coming into this. So it was. Hope we did a good showing here, and just Insane Firebat for being awesome.
Yeah, it's unfortunate we couldn't get Derp in on the commentary. Said he had something else to go and take care of.
But I also want to thank you for doing commentary, Cerberoth.
Oh yeah, no problem. I had my my commentator sit down with me tonight.
Yeah.
He was helping me out. Do you have any questions for our winner Gala?
No.
No?
I think I'm good.
You're good. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Spectacular. Well, I want to thank everyone for coming out and watching yet another spectacular race in the Super Metroid multi-category tournament. There is more action to come in this tournament, so be sure to check your schedule. Thanks to our sponsors who have provided generous prizes, Balls Barana and Mega Cat Studios. And I want to thank you all, both to our runners and you folks who come out and watch this race tonight. And we will see you next mission.